content and customer experience needs to move beyond roles and titles. I'm Cruz with A, and I work with enterprises every day, both mid-market and some of the largest global corporations in the business, working on content sets across lots of channels. Everyone is transforming their content process, and A is working on the front lines of that change. And every day we see major problems with how content is being handled and major progress with the future getting developed in front of our eyes, minute by minute, day by day. This conversation is going to be about the patterns that we see that transcend any of the silos, roles, titles, or technologies that have traditionally constrained what we think of as omnichannel customer experience. All right, let's get started. Let's imagine that you are a senior director in knowledge management at a global financial technology company, and you have millions of users, and they're touching lots of different parts of your organization, from pre-sales all the way through support, management, and lifetime engagement with your organization. Now, you have content spread across tons of systems, and it all requires manual updating and syncing. It's across many different formats and technologies in a way that often creates redundancies, errors, and issues with regulation, compliance, and also just portability and responsiveness to the market. Your teams are wasting days at a time just finding and copying content, and none of it works together. So how do you address this issue? You've been charged with getting knowledge out to multiple channels, but all of a sudden you're faced with what seems like an untenable landscape of problem and challenge. Well, where do you start? Or let's imagine you're a content operations manager at a nationwide retailer. So you've got lots and lots of stores and lots of customers in different segments. Your digital publishing is siloed across multiple teams, and you've got a mandate from your supervisor to unify behind a common vision and get content out to the customer that's consistent and accurate and personalized out to the right customer at the right time. All right, how do you even begin to tackle that landscape? And you're figuring out how to evolve all of your systems, including your e-commerce, and you're supporting the dynamic distribution of content across all these microsites and all these channels in a way that ultimately delivers the same experience that is targeted to each cohort within your group without any channel confusion. Okay, this is a big challenge. Where do you start with that? Next, imagine you're leading up marketing technology at a global telecom organization. You want fast to market offers for multiple channels, and you need to meet the needs of multiple geographies. Multiple product lines and teams, all of them needing consistency. And everyone now wants to tie the personalization dynamic into each of those channel messages. So it's not just enough to deliver the same message out in multiple markets. We need to deliver micro-targeted, segment-oriented messaging out in each product line, in each geography. So you need to tie personalization parameters into a library of offers. What are the steps you take to accomplish this? How do you get those teams organized around creating content consistently to get offers into the right channel? And how do you get the whole company supporting this kind of broad-based interdependent effort? That's what we're talking about. Interdependence is the nature of omnichannel. We cannot succeed without each other. And that is the nature of pursuing content intelligence. Whether you're on a knowledge management team in payments, you're in a customer experience team in retail, you're leading a marketing technology team in telecom, you're part of a much bigger organization. And as part of that, we need to create an emergent effect out of all of the teams working together so that each of the contributors can be coherent and connected. That is one of the biggest challenges organizations need to face today. Getting coherent in the face of massive interdependent complexity. That's where these patterns come in. These aren't just stories, but these are actual, real organizations and real leaders struggling with real problems. And many of those listening to this probably have some similar patterns of difficulty happening inside. So let's talk about some of the patterns of solution that are starting to emerge in the enterprise. Everybody is looking to work in a new way in the omnichannel age. That new way is not obvious. We're innovating, right? A is innovating every day. Our clients are innovating every day. Our peers are innovating every day. We know that the future is only going to come out of all of this innovation, creating more and more coherence towards shared patterns and ways of working. It's time to re-engineer how we create and deliver and consume content. This is what A has been working on with enterprise and mid-market leaders for years now. Working with a variety of clients, we've learned something, that the patterns emerging within every successful organization that cares about content and customer experience are creating that coherence.
On the next episode of The Invisible World of Content,
let's look at these patterns, understanding that they apply regardless of what situation your technology is in today. Number 1, semantic standards, structural standards, supply chain thinking. Content is born, it's managed, and it's delivered. Content as a service. We need to connect everything, right? Unifying the stack. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch the latest episodes. Check out all the content on simpleA.com. And until we meet again, let's take one step at a time towards a smarter world.